Hello everyone, I just want to make a quick guide here for the Grand Observatory player home mod that I made. I noticed a couple people had questions about it, and I probably should have made this guide a while ago, but I thought better late than never, so yeah, let's get right into it. So you're going to open your map first off, and you're going to find the Grand Observatory just northeast of Whiterun, just past the Tundra Homestead and right around this area here. When you come up to it, you're going to notice the main part is going to be locked and requires a key. To unlock that, you just have to go to this little tower over here. Once you're inside, you're going to open the door and you're going to find a book straight ahead of you called The Grand Observatory Volume 1. There's going to be 3 of these total throughout this mod. The first one just has to do with going through the Trial of Dwarves here, this little combat trial, and getting the key to unlock the house. And then the second book just has to do with unlocking a few of the puzzles and rooms in the house and some items. And then the third one has to do with just a fun little optional scavenger hunt to keep you busy. Once you complete the combat trial, you're going to notice the door at the end of the room is going to be locked, requiring a key. In order to get that key, you need to break this boulder by going to this little arrow crossbow over here, activating the lever, destroying that, jumping on top over here, opening that, getting the key, and then using the key on the door. And then as you're going to go in here, you're going to use the key to open this door, and you will open this chest right here, giving you the key to the Grand Observatory, along with some other items. Once you're inside, you're going to go forward, and you're going to notice another pedestal with another book. This is going to be the Grand Observatory Volume 2 book, which contains all the riddles for unlocking the puzzles and rooms of the house. So every puzzle in this book is going to have Daedric text in it, and below it, it's going to have a little translation written by the author for what it says. So you can see for the first one, this is for the entrance hall room, which is where you are right now. And it says, to escape bars, one must dig and crawl. While the digging has already been done, the rest awaits hand and knee. So that's the first puzzle, and the answer to this one is just back here. You're just going to walk over here and go over to this pipe, which has been dug out for you. Now you just need to crawl through it hand and knee. Alright, and that will take you to the enchanting room. Now you can open up the book again, volume 2, and go ahead and you'll notice that all of the puzzles in this are linked to certain rooms. So the first one was the entrance hall, as I mentioned before. And the next one over here is the Chamber of Enchantment. And you'll see this one actually has 2 passages relating to the puzzles of this house. The first one says, activate the placement key and bars shall collapse. You'll notice that the bars in the front of the house I showed you and these right here are blocking your way. What this first puzzle is just telling you is to activate the placement key right here. And when you read this book, that's going to trigger the bars below, opening them, as well as the ones downstairs. And that'll give you some access to the other rooms. So the second puzzle for this one is going to say, only the most acrobatic shall gain access to the wardrobe of hidden knowledge. This is just telling you that there is a secret room in this enchantment room, and that's going to be this wardrobe right here, which requires a key. To get that key, you need to go up there, which means you need to first activate that piston to give you a stepping place. So then you're going to do the jumping puzzle just like this, taking you up to this room right here, and you get the key right here, private wardrobe key. You're just going to go over here, use that private wardrobe key right here, unlock the false back panel, and walk in and you'll see you have some loot and items in here. The next puzzle for this volume is going to have to do with the master bedroom on the right there. And you're going to see it only has one passage here in Daedric writing. It says, the bond between master and forge remain eternally connected and unbroken. All this means is that in the master bedroom, you actually have this secret little entrance right here. And you go through here, and that will lead you into the forge. Just telling you the forge and the master's bedroom are connected both ways. Now you're going to see a puzzle having to do with the kitchen. And there is one, and that says, a kitchen is a guest's favorite room, as the two are closer than you would think. This is the same thing as we just saw with the forge and master bedroom. This is just telling you that there is another secret little entrance right behind the counter that leads you from the kitchen into the guest bedroom right here. You're going to notice that the guest bedroom puzzle actually doesn't have any Daedric text, and that's because at the bottom here you can see it says the only text referring to this part of the passage is basically the same as the one we just mentioned in the kitchen guide. It's just telling you that the kitchen and the guest bedroom are both linked, and that is their puzzle. Now moving on to the Alchemy Garden, this one actually is the hardest puzzle. This is just one, but I noticed this one a lot of people were struggling on. It says, if you wish to pray, you must think inside the box. Take a rest with back to stone and follow beyond the mystical light. The Alchemy Garden is located below the enchanting room, right down here. And what the puzzle says is take a rest with back to stone, as in this one right here with a stone wall. And you're going to notice ahead of you when you're sitting, There's a blue light in the distance. It says go beyond the light and think inside the box, which just means inside this little box here. You're going to press that lever, not the snowberry. Press the lever. You're going to hear a slight noise upstairs, and that will tell you something just opened up. So after activating that lever in the Alchemy Garden, you're going to go back up to the enchanting room, head through this door, and you'll notice this wall is now gone after you press that lever, revealing a shrine location here that gives you all the shrines in the game. Now for the final scripture in the Volume 2 book, that's going to be the Forge. This is the final page, and this one, the author tells you that there's actually 3 passages for it. The first one was already figured out because you connected the Forge to the master bedroom, and then the second 2 are written here. The first one says, "A forge has many secrets hidden in its walls, just as a chef hides his key ingredient." All this is telling you is to go back downstairs to the entrance, head to the right here in the kitchen, and look for the chef's key ingredient, which is actually behind the kitchen counter here, in this little container. Just move the moon sugar out of the way, and grab the key. And for the final puzzle in the Volume 2 book, you're going to notice at the end of the Forge section, it says, "With key in hand, the Forge Master's pet may be freed, and the walls of the Forge will reveal themselves to you." All this means is that you're going to go from the entrance and head left this time into the Forge, and use that key you just got from the kitchen to open this door here, and you're going to notice this wall over here is still here, but once you open the cage here and free the pet, that door will reveal itself, giving you another secret location. Alright, and lastly we have the Grand Observatory Volume 3. This book is basically just going to show you a few things at the end here. It's a list of items you could search for around the house just for fun. As a side note, because the 3rd volume is going to be a scavenger hunt all throughout the house, it is recommended, even in the book at the beginning, that you finish the 2nd volume first before even beginning this one. The first thing it's going to tell you search for is a silver sword, and it says it's in the hands of a quotation marks fool. This is basically talking about not a fool, but a dummy in the forge room. You're going to look over here, see one of the dummies has a sword and shield, and then you have it right here, silver sword. The next item is going to be a Centurion Dynamo core, and it says it's beside a comfortable place. That comfortable place being the master bedroom straight ahead here. And it's beside a comfortable place, so it's right next to the bed, right here. Next on the list is the 3 instruments, which say they're in a room for play. When you think of room for play, you think the guest room, which is to the right over here. And it's actually going to be hiding in a little spot right behind the left wardrobe over here. 1, 2, and 3. So now you're going to be looking for the scales of a dragon, which are located where they may be molded into something greater. This just means go into the forge room over here, head to the right, and it's actually hiding on top behind the smelter over here, right in that corner. I would recommend taking some of these first to reach it. And then boom, right there, dragon scales. Next on this list is going to be a gold coin, and you see it's left beneath as a tip. When you think of a tip, you think of a kitchen. Go into the kitchen and look on this table right over here, under this cup, and it's left beneath as a tip. Next item on the list is pretty close by. It's a Horker's Tusk, and it's stored amongst the drinks. You can see the kitchen has 2 sections. The first one's over here is usually for food, and the one with the kegs over here is for drinks, so you have to go over here, look below, and get the Horker's Tusk right there. Next up is a war horn, which is located in the jaws of a beast. That's going to be in the master bedroom straight ahead, and then the beast is going to be this bear on the right here. You're going to notice the horn is in the jaws. Soul Gem Fragment, that's going to be within a private chamber, which just refers to the wardrobe right over here, the private wardrobe. It's straight ahead in here and right on top of the shelf. Soul Gem Fragment. And a shovel, that's going to be hidden behind artificial metal and nature's wires. Artificial metal is just referring to the Dwemer metal pipes, and nature's wires, the vines. So you're going to be in the alchemy room right here. Go to the left over to the pipes and wires over here, and you'll find the shovel hiding against the side. Next up is a quill. You're going to find that in the main study awaiting your offhand. The main study being the enchanted room. You're going to come over here, look in the offhand section of where you're sitting, right here, take the quill. Now you're going to be looking for a rabbit leg. This is in the mouth of the serpent. That serpent actually is referring to not a real serpent, but the serpent statue, which in the main entrance hall is going to be on the right over here. You can find the serpent statue right here and the rabbit's leg right inside. Now you're going to be looking for a flawless diamond, and it says it's an offering to the outlawed hero. The outlawed hero is Talos. So you're going to go to the shrine over here, and it's actually hiding in plain sight right on top of the Talos shrine. Now it's going to be an inkwell. That's going to be submerged in another well, it says. So this one you're going to go to the forge, head left, and look for this little water well over here, and you'll find the ink to the right over here. Okay, so it's going to be a Flawless Sapphire next. That is located at the peak of the ramp, a short jump and wall hug away. The ramp it's talking about is in the alchemy room right here. So you're going to go up to this till you hit the peak, and then once you hit the peak, you're going to jump on the wall right over here, hug the wall as the puzzle says till you reach the end, and you'll find right here a display case holding the Flawless Sapphire inside. So next is a wooden ladle. This is taken from the kitchen from a likely suspect and hidden away. That likely suspect is the guest bedroom, the one that's connected, via the pipe to the kitchen. You're going to look in the guest bedroom and it's actually going to be hidden right behind the right bed's dresser, right over here. And finally, we reach the end. You are looking for the last item now. It's called a Dibella Statue, and you're going to find this among the rubble of Glorious Loot. Glorious Loot is referring to when you open this cage here, it unlocks this secret passage in the forge room. You're going to go up here and head in this little pipe here. And then among grand loot in the rubble is referring to the left over here, right here. And that's it. I hope this video was able to clear up some of the confusion some of you guys had with this house. If there still is confusion, or if anyone's still stuck on something getting frustrated, please feel free to leave a comment either in this video or on my mod page, which I will leave a link for in the description of this video. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, thanks for playing, and enjoy your new home.